Hey, hello, and welcome back. This is Debbie Peterson, and this is another episode of Success Without Sacrifice. So, today we are going to talk about courage at work, courage in life, showing up in a way that is more courageous. But what does that really mean? Well, stay tuned to find out. So let's dive right in. When it comes to courage, I don't know if you've known this or not, but courage and the act of being courageous at work or acting courageously at work and in life has been named as a 2021 top leadership trait. And why do you need to pay attention to courage? Because it allows you to step up in a bigger way in your career. It allows you to play bigger instead of shrinking. It allows you to speak up for the things that you deserve. And it allows you to show yourself in a light that you are capable of advancing in your leadership or advancing into leadership, because this is meant for you busy women professionals that are either already in leadership or you aspire to. And especially if this is you, that you feel that you have leadership potential, but you're just not certain and you're not leaning into it because you do have what it takes. And courage is a piece that can help you get there, show you in a different light. So usually I share a lot of tips about whatever the topic is that I'm talking about for an episode. I get into strategies, but today I want to share a story with you, and in hopes that you will be able to see a way that you can step into courage a little bit more in your career and life. So this is back when I was in corporate, and I worked for an organization. It was a bit of a startup. And there was a gal in one of the departments that just really had a lot of potential. She put a lot of effort into the work that she did. She was very conscientious. She was just smart as a whip. And it seemed like she was always getting overlooked. And I just couldn't figure out why the organization wasn't recognizing that she had this talent to be able to step up into a bigger role, to step up into a leadership role. And so I made a comment one day. I was on the executive floor. I was in a leadership position in this organization, and I spoke up and I said, I don't understand why this is happening, because you've got somebody who is in this department who is just already knocking it out of the park, who has the potential, and they'd even recognized it. That's been in conversation. They recognized it themselves to be able to do more. However, they weren't willing to give her the position. And I said, this is borderline discrimination. I just don't understand why this is happening. Well, let me tell you, me being courageous and me speaking up, that didn't work so well in that particular instance. And there was a lot of blowback to me about, using that word discrimination. And, but it was my truth. And I really felt that I needed to speak up on behalf of a woman in the organization, but also for the woman who really had the potential to step into that leadership role. Things calmed down and everything was fine for me after a while. And I do have to say that after I had left that particular organization, they did advance that woman into that leadership position. It's not because of what I did. She certainly had the skills, but in that moment, I really needed to step up. And so think of times in your career or even in life where you feel there's something that you need to say, but you don't. When you feel that there's something that needs to have some light shown on it, and you don't. When you really want to say yes to an opportunity, but you're questioning yourself to the nth degree, and you don't say yes. Or when you really, really, really want to say no and you don't. So I share the story because I want you to start picking up stories that have happened in the past in your career or your life where you didn't move forward, where you didn't put yourself out front, where you wanted to muster your courage, but it didn't happen. You have an opportunity to do so again. So think of small ways. It's not courage is not showing up in a different light, different than who you are. Different courage can happen in small ways. And so I shared some quotes this week about courage. And so think of these as well. Courage doesn't often roar. Sometimes courage is the little voice at the end of the day that says, I'll try again tomorrow. That was from a woman. Her name was Marianne Radmacher. And that was from the Becoming Athena, the 8 Principles of Enlightened Leadership. If you haven't picked up that book, I encourage you to do so. It's a great read. Another one is courage allows the successful woman to fail and to learn powerful lessons from the failure so that in the end, she didn't fail at all. Because I believe on the other side of failure is a new version of us, an advanced and elevated version of us. Another one that I came across was life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. So are you willing to step out of your comfort zone and really show up as who you are meant to be? So I'm hoping that these quotes and my sharing my story has helped you to think about ways that you can be a little bit more courageous. You don't have to start big. You just have to start small. What are ways that you can say yes when you want to? What are ways that you can say no when you really don't want to go in that direction? What are ways that you can speak up? Ask for what it is that you deserve. These are all acts of courage. So until the next time, here is wishing you all the clarity and courage that you deserve to show up in your career and your life in a bigger, bolder way. I'm Debbie Peterson. I work to advance women in leadership and aspiring leaders to create success without sacrifice. If I can be of good service to you, let's have a conversation. Just go to claritywithdebbie.com and book some time on my calendar. So Debbie at clarity.com. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care and bye-bye for now.